everyone. We need to talk about Britain becoming what I can only describe as a anti-ICE country. Yep. Keir Starmer just looked at everything that was going on in the States and said, you know what, yes, Trump is a fascist if he's not allowing these wonderful extremists to get a second chance at rape and hatred and murder, and we don't need those native British rankers to talk about it and have their concerns voiced. No. We're going to silence them. We're going to make sure they shut up and accept that they are the lower class because of their white skin and they're not, misogynistic or transphobic or... Well, Keir, what you're doing, Mister, I clearly don't act like I'm qualified to know anything about politics, thus I should not be Prime Minister. You don't get to dictate how the citizens of a country you're supposed to be the Prime Minister of think and feel. You never were and never will be. And dare I say, that felt like more of what Adolf Hitler did than what Donald Trump is doing right now, protecting people who are American citizens. You absolute terrorist supporting, Hassan Piker loving, narcissistic, retarded freak. And you know what? If Trump comes and says, I feel like you're doing something wrong here, because he's right. You absolutely fucking are. And I'm not the only one who believes that. I've got a couple of TikToks that I want to show you from legitimate concerned British citizens. And yes, there's been a lot of it going on TikTok. I feel like I handle the TikTok side of things more than other people, but yeah, this is very serious. It is very important, and honestly, I'm not going anywhere, and I will never go anywhere, as not only has this government seen to that, but also if the United States wanted to get their president over here to lay down the facts, please, by all means, use this video as a reference. So with that being said, here's the first one that I need to discuss.
So yet again, another attack on fucking free speech. So Prevent and the government have now set out new fucking legislation that if you are a person that starts talking about mass immigration, illegal immigration, or anything that could be possibly going wrong in this country to do with immigration, you could now be classed as a fucking terrorist.
Funny how Keir Starmer thinks placing the concern of the entire nation is a form of terrorism. To that I have to ask, can we have Trump over here so we can have him bring Elon back and both of them can search through Keir Starmer's internet history? Not because I want to prove that the creep's a pedophile, but that would also not help the current Prime Minister. But also, I just want to know, does he watch Hassan Piker? Really? Now, I know I keep bringing him into this so far in the video, but for those who are fortunately blissfully unaware, I feel like I'm going to need to ruin your day for you, because you need to know. Hassan Hamas P. Diddy entering illegal brothels Piker. Is, as my favorite flesh tuber, Tactical Templar, has stated, a narcissistic, terrorist, pedophilic freak. Or to be more accurate, a narcissistic, pedophilic, terrorist, retarded freak that supports Hezbollah. Now, Hezbollah is a terrorist organization that has forced their way to be a part of the Lebanese government. And quite frankly, if some of the government and Hassan calls them a freedom-finding group, which, no, they're not. They want control, they want power, that's all they want, and they are terrorists. And it's so safe to state that Hassan is one of the reasons why I will be doing streams with my dad playing games of Wordle, recording the VODs, and uploading them onto YouTube from Discord. Because keep your friends and enemies close, but keep your family closer at this time. I swear.
In your own country. Make fucking sense. That if you voice your own opinion about being worried about all the illegal migration that's going on in this fucking country.
Yeah, that does not make sense. That does not make sense at all. And can I just say that how many of these people who are seeking asylum should be checked for previous crimes? 0? None? So none of you are concerned about murders or them raping children. Good to know that our country is being protected by an absolute nonce defending narcissistic, Hassan P. Diddy Piker watching fanboy retard freak. Ugh.
You can now be classed as a fucking terrorist. I'm sorry, but fucking what? Now, bearing in mind, this has all come out after Starmer has publicly fucking said that we have freedom of speech in this country and that he supports it. How?
Yeah, he supports the freedom of speech of terrorists and not people who are actual concerned citizens. Work here. If you want to chop off your own bollocks, go ahead and do so. Prove yourself how much of a cunt you are. But, yeah. If a president of the United States is watching us, if not, I will tag him into this. Please, by all means, come over here to the UK and maybe talk some sense into our current Prime Minister. Oh, and the rest of those who have political leanings here in the UK.
What the fuck is that free speech? But yet again, that Starmer just coming out and saying what he thinks the fucking people want to hear. Which, to be honest, I don't know why he does it, because he just backtracks on everything and constantly makes himself look like a cunt. The more and more fucking shit like this that goes on, the more and more I just want to pack my fucking bags and piss off. And I can guarantee I'm not the only one. But maybe that's why they're doing it. Maybe they want all us Brits to pick up and fuck off. Let me know if you're one of them people that want to pack your bags and leave this fucking country.
I'm just saying, if you want to leave a country, America is probably the safest one, because at least they're actually doing something about the freaks who want to protect terrorists, not those who live in their country, not those who act like they live in the country. You know, not like people living in the country being concerned about actual terrorists coming into their country. No. I mean the actual terrorists themselves. And this is a behavior that Trump is trying to protect people from with ICE and even the federal government. Now, say whatever hateful thing you have to say about President Trump, but at least he's doing things right by the people of America. Now, originally, I was just going to leave it there. Unfortunately, that was until I also found this on my TikTok For You page. And keep in mind, I did try to let other people know, including Tactical Templar, Revsus Dezu, and Hero Hey. However, it seems like X doesn't want me to share some actual footage of hatred and discrepancy towards people who actually want to make sure that we just want to live and be safe. Now, if you are Muslim and you are here seeking refuge from actual terrorists, you are welcome here. But the fact that Keir Starmer did not want background checks being done just proves how much of a conniving, evil, retarded freak that he is.
You ain't got to walk through there, no. I'm not walking through there. I'm not walking through there. I won't be stop and search. It's not a legal requirement to walk through here. Oh, it ain't even a legal requirement to walk through there, boss.
Exactly.
And these know this.
Thank you.
These know this.
Legal requirement to walk through.
So this is a legal search.
It's not a legal requirement to walk through. What? You're about resisting what? I'm not under arrest. Why would I? I'm not even under arrest. Calm yourself down. I'm very calm. That's why I'm reporting you. This is abuse. This is abuse. Yeah. This is abuse.
Abuse of powers. Abuse of powers. Yeah, I'm recording, bro.
Thanks. We've got 2 people recording you.
I'm used to recording.
Idiots. Nothing coming, you don't.
Just for your camera, this mouse avoided a knife.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they want me to walk through it and I'm not walking through it. Yeah, they've just asked me to walk through it and I ain't walking through it.
Stop restraining me. Stop restraining. Stop restraining. You know big man swearing. No big man swearing.
They can't force anyone to walk through there.
Exactly, you can't force me people where to fucking walk. Get out my balls, you little wanker. You little pervert. Yeah, you little pervert. Yeah. Look at you. Go on. Yeah. Straight on the internet. All this fat straight on the internet. Pussy old. Man, look at you all feeding my balls. Okay, you're roughing me up. Don't worry, abuse of power, innit?
Yeah, what are you roughing him up for?
Just ask him to move forward, actually. You can ask him to move forward. You can ask him to move forward.
But he's not moving forward, so.
What you didn't ask him, you just yanked him. Oh,
Just
what?
yanked him.
It's alright, I used to agree to work on the several
Oh,
times.
surprise, surprise. Oh, there's nothing on you.
Yeah, just
I don't have to walk
him as well. Has he done something with
You
you?
don't have to walk through that arch.
No, I don't. Your mum racist.
I'll tell you what, mate. I'll have a chat with
Your
him.
mum,
Finish
no,
it.
no.
I'll have a chat with you why we said
No, because I've just been told I've got to walk through it. I ain't walking through it. Yeah, don't worry, they're going to end up on the internet tonight.
Mum raised suspicions last night, yeah.
Yeah, just let him just pick it up and go on, you're better.
You alright? Then we do a revenue search. We try to search. You don't feel it's a lawful search. You go to any police station.
Unlawful.
I will.
That's when you're alright.
You have to have a suspicion. I didn't see what he done, I've been watching.
Nothing. Refused to walk through there. You don't have to walk through there.
I've actually watched him from up there. It's not...
And I'm going to do you for assault as well, because look what you've done to my wrist as well.
So what you just saw there was not only people refusing to go through a stop and search for no reason, but also 2 uniformed police officers groping a man. Doesn't matter if skin color or race. The fact that everyone is okay with people like these groping men. Imagine if the person that was being detained was also a woman. You wouldn't see them do that to a woman? Why are you doing that to a man? You're fucking disgusting. And I wouldn't be surprised if Keir was the one who made the order to, allow this sort of nonsense. Even by an officer, I don't think groping a man's testicles was part of a procedure. Or at least it shouldn't be. I'm not an officer of the law, but I do know people who were. Who probably are on TikTok gonna be very mad. So yeah, this is why I no longer want to be in the UK. Mr. President of the United States, if you may find any ways or means through legal channels to help me to get myself my passport ready, or just a passport ready, I'm sorry for the confusion. I do not want to live in this country anymore. I do not feel safe. Because if they're groping men and not doing their job with the same common courtesy that they have towards women, which means not groping women. I do not feel safe in a country where men are groping men and whatever Keir Starmer says goes, because he's the real terrorist of this fucking country that I'm living in currently. I refuse to stay in the UK anymore while this behavior is continuously going on. It's not safe, it's not right, and I want these people either gone or sent to Guantanamo Bay, because clearly people like Keir Starmer should not be anywhere near the political landscape. They are inbred, they are too men. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes. They are too mentally inbred, they are unwell, they probably take drugs, they probably have a secret Hassan Piker fan club, and they're just retarded. I do not want to be in this country anymore. I do not want to be in the UK anymore. This behavior needs to stop, and it needs to stop right fucking now.